Hello everyone, today we shall start a very interesting campaign that not many Age of Empires players probably know at this point. It's a very niche thing, a very cult classic if you ask me, and it is the maps made by Gordon Farrell in 1998. More precisely, it was submitted on February of 1998. So I wasn't playing Age of Empires at this point. I was playing it at early 2000, 2001. So that's very old. But yeah, that's a very well made and very challenging scenarios. This one, the first one, is a series about the Persian Wars. And it is for Age of Empires 1, of course, which was the only Age of Empires that existed at this point in time. It's the first campaign. Note, it's Uprising in Ionia. And as you can see, he has a description where he says that he wants to create the wars between Persia and Greece in the 5th century before Christ. And it is a very different philosophy. He's a very good map maker, in my opinion. He has good eye candy. It's a very simplistic, I would say, but it's very good. I think that correct word would be minimalistic because there wasn't many maps being done at this point in time, but he had the right guesses on how to do it and where to place stuff and how to make things very challenging without using a lot of units. Back at this time, it's not only because Age of Empires was the only game and they had a very limited amount of units that you could had in your army. I believe that the first Age of Empires you could only had 50 units at your command at the same time. But in this specific scenarios, you usually have very few units, but you need to be very smart. And the maps are quite good, and also the scenarios are very interesting. So as you can see, he is explaining that he's more likely a turn-based gamer, not really a real-time gamer. So it's a different philosophy, but it really went very well. And these are golden classics for Age of Empires. And I'm going to start with the first one, which will be the Uprising Ionia, and with 3 missions. So let's do it, and let's start this game. Hello everyone, so let's start with the first scenario, the Uprising in Ionia. As you can see, here is a very well made instruction part where it narrates that what's going on. I could read all of it, but I'm gonna leave for a few. Let me see. Probably I should talk a little bit about it. So let's see. You are Histiaios, an ambitious Greek nobleman living in Asia Minor, the land of the Ionians. The winds of history are blowing Histiaios, and you know the time has arrived when Greek people of Ionia will finally welcome a storm of war against their oppressor, the Persian Empire. But how can you turn the situation to your personal advantage? So as you can see, we are actually dealing with a very particular character in this whole campaign. So in the big deal, which is the Persian Wars, we are dealing with a nobleman, which I don't know, and I believe that is most likely a fictitious character that represents probably something that really happened at this point in time. So after mulling the possibilities for several months, you lash on a plan. All it would take, you reason, is one spectacular military blow against the local Persian satrap, Artaphernes, and the fire of freedom will be stoked in the hearts of Greeks throughout the land. A surprise attack into this capital city of Sardis would do the trick, but you don't want to be directly involved in the uprising. No, would carry your harsh consequences if the Persians win. What to do? A stroke of genius. Your son-in-law Aristogaras has just returned, defeated from an invasion of Naxos, and he's eager to restore his reputation. Why not have him led to attack on the Persians? A secret message is dispatched to his home in Miletus. He raises a small personal force and asks the Greeks back on the mainland for additional troops. But Sparta turns him down cold, and Athens, motherland of Ionians, sends only a handful of ships. They have been escorted into the region by 2 Athenian triremes, but expect nothing else from Athens. Even her 2 triremes have orders to remain neutral unless attacked. Okay. Determined to have your own son-in-law move forward with or without a large army, you receive word at the last minute that the city of Ephesus to the north has mustered troops from their outlying provinces. Now, can you and your son-in-law bring these forces together and sack the provincial capital of Sardis, or should he sally forth with his ally? Beware, the road to Ephesus is guarded. Persian troops are on patrol. But if you try to transport your force by sea, you have to contend with their naval allies, the Phoenicians. What price, ambition, the death of your son-in-law, the anger of Persia, the slaughter of your fellow Greeks, it also is worth the risk when you're driven by personal motives. Interesting. So we're not really a really nice guy at this point. Let's see your victory conditions. We must destroy the Persian government center at Sardis. We're outnumbered, but exactly how many hostile Persian units you encounter will depend on whether or not Ephesus declared war on our defense and eliminate some of them. Be careful of getting embroiled in such war. If you accidentally damage Ephesian units, they'll declare war on you too. Oh, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. So yeah, we're gonna have we're gonna need to be not only strategians but also tacticians, alright? Because we're gonna need to actually make sure that Persians will actually fight with our allies, and we need to see to best of each of our encounter against the enemies. And a final reminder, you're operating without support of people at this point. So no repair, no replace, and no healing. There are no villages for you to command or resources for you to draw on, except your military wireless. Good luck. So as you could hear, we have a very hard situation here. Gordo Farrell is very good with that, because usually with his maps, even on Age of Empires 2, you cannot really repair, you cannot rebuild. That's a different way. It's a very particular style of fixed forces. Let's see the hints. You probably have to combine your forces with the troops northeast of Ephesus. There are two ways to get there, by land or by sea. If you get them there by land, remember the Athenians have sent naval support. Oh. Use your civilian vessels to contact them. It's also possible to use a path through the woods on the right-hand edge of the map. Advance carefully, using catapults to take out unsuspecting Persian units by targeting them with attack round button. Okay. So yeah, that's the trick, because catapults are very difficult to deal in from Persia. This bottle usually leaves them unaware of the fact that a missile is coming, so they hold their ground while you're bumped in. Oh, by the way, if you want to play this as well, use the Age of Empires 1 vanilla without expansion. Very important. The version from 1998, 1997, I believe, that Age of Empires was released. But anyway, most importantly, you only have 3 siege weapons and you can't build more. Protect them at all costs. You cannot sack the government center inside this without that. Okay, and there goes some history. And also you can contact Gordon Farrell. That's very interesting, because you see that there is actually a uprising made by his Chios and his son-in-law Aristagoras. Both of these men were doubtful moral character, and both appeared at times to have operated as agents of the Persian Empire. That's a lot of plot twists just at the history session. Okay, Athens had laid the Golden War for Uprising, provoking act of submission her assembly had made to Darius in 508, but it was Istieus who got the ball rolling. Ionia was eventually crushed, and the Emperor Darius knew he would never fully control his minority to Athens was gripping in his iron glove. Eventually 490 before Christ kicked off a series of spectacular confrontations between Greece and Persia, which are now stuff of legend. United the second of Miletus by the Emperor in 494 affected Athens so deeply it became the basis strategy written by Phoenicians. The plague was so provocative it was eventually banned, and the plague were defined. The motions of objective of Persian pressure were hunting high indeed. Let's go. Okay, so we are in the city of Sardis, and we need to make our way. Oh, yeah, we are in Miletus. Sorry. Sardis is that one, and that's the one that we should attack. And we have 2 vessels. Actually, civilian vessels, so no warships so far. Apparently we got some cavalry here. There we go. You guys are standing around, right?
we need to try to find some line of sight. Let's try to use our archers here and find out what we have in this land. What is that? Well, apparently there were some attacks, and I believe that it's the Phoenicians attacking. Things are getting somewhat interesting here. Uh-oh. Okay, so there are the Persian guards over there. Uh-oh. Okay, now I have a control group. And remember it's Age of Empires 1, so no formations at all. We need to find a way to lure these Phoenicians out of there. And they're apparently a very solid defense of Persian guards. Let's try to look for... Alright. We changed the music. Okay, apparently now they are coming. You guys are shooting for a while. Oh crap! Okay, now I need to explore more, and apparently the Phoenicians were hit. So let's see what else can I pick in the sea, because apparently there are some Athenian reinforcements for me, but God knows what they brought to me. Oh, there we go. Well, let me check this. Yeah, at this point, I just lost one of my archers already, which is not a good sign. Well, let's snipe this fishing boat. No, this guy is pretty... You seem to be pretty tough. Okay, let's try to clean the sea. And then I'm gonna use my 3 rams against any further archer advance over there. Apparently there are many Persian guards, and I don't even know if they're being replenished. I'm not really willing to damage accidentally the city, so I need to remove these catapults from here. And by destroying this, probably by destroying it at the docks, I will have a better position here at sea. Yeah, but maybe this is looking good. We got 2 bolts, 2 good 3 rams, and the Athenians, they weren't damaged, so they're not... Oh, thanks, very good. So you guys are trying to... Great. This horse gonna go down? Oh, good lord. That was dangerous. I mean, you guys could fish at another place. That would be much better. Very good. So we're gonna have the passage here. Oh, whoosh. Amazing. Well, let's finish off this dock. Let's put everyone into bolt. And now we still have some chances. Oh crap. Is there anything useful in this island? For the market? There's plenty of towers here, and apparently nothing else interesting for me. And we already got a free passage at this point. Do they still have that trireme here? Whew. Very good. Now we can actually see what's up here, which is the direction for the another city. On the city of, let me check, Miletus. No. Apparently Sardis could send a villager over here, so not really sure how it can be the situation over here. Yeah, they could have attacked me over there. Apparently there will be some Gaia units over here. So let's drop my units here, and then I think better what I do there. So only 2 bolts from Athens. So it's too bad that the other 3 rams are not available for me. It would be very, very useful. Now we need to destroy this. Okay, now let's send back here and grab my catapults. Now there is a city here. Oh yeah, now it's better. Probably I got everything right in the sea. It wasn't very easy, and the Phoenicians were very kind of intensive, especially against Miletus, but in the end things worked. Oh. What is that? Oh? Let it be so. Yeah, these guys need to... I need to get rid of these guys. Oh, he actually resorts the... Whoa. Let me see. Let me check this again. Yeah, the physis. If I damage them, they're gonna rebel against me. These guys can be actually pretty tough for me, so I need to get rid of them. Need to get rid of them. Alright, so catapults will attack, and you're gonna need to control them. Actually, they will be in the control group. There'll be the difference between losing or winning the scenario. Oh, and you guys are trapped by woods. Out here. Without them, I cannot win at all. Okay, now it should stop his influx of. His influx of new villagers should stop by now. Currently, Sards has no enemy units. I mean, enemy soldiers. Now, if the villagers rising against me are done, or dead. They had a lot of villagers, and they had the raid that made them powerful, so the villagers could actually damage my units in a significant way. I believe that the government center should be here. And that was good that I did not need to mess around with the Persian wars because it was pretty powerful. They had farms and a lot of cool stuff. Apparently they were hunting over here. They spend their economy on many villagers and not troops, which is interesting. It's a lot of towers. That's a signature from Farrell. He realized to use towers, especially there's many towers that he uses in a very good Age of Empires 2 scenario. So far, so good. Yeah, and we're gonna destroy the Sarge's government center, and we're gonna win the first level. That was very interesting. Apparently there is more than one route to win the scenario. Mileta's support was very good, and going here and getting to the rest of the army really made me more confident. And we are victorious. You and your son-in-law are successful. Greeks throughout Ionia are clamoring for freedom from Persia. Rebellions are igniting spontaneously in Thrace, Caria, and Cyprus. And I have every hope you will be swept to glory under penance of war. But even more importantly, you, Istietos, have set the stage for a series of battles which will be remembered thousands of years from now. Marathon, Thermopylae, and Salamis. The still years away will be a clarion call for people everywhere who yearn to breathe free long after you and your hole in the Ionia Uprising have been forgotten. Very interesting. But now, let's check out this kills. We got a lot of kills. Ephesus also got quite a bunch of kills apparently. I have no idea if they were against Phoenicians. That's something interesting, but they got plenty of kills. Maybe it was against Sardis. Sardis couldn't kill even one unit, which is interesting. And Phoenicians killed 2 units, including 1 archer from me. I got the top raising, and Artafernes. Artafernes got 6 kills. Interesting. So yeah, Anna got the largest army, and yeah, kill losses from me are the better ones. So not really a real economy. Apparently Sardis got something. And Phoenicians were tributing a lot of things apparently to Sardis. And the Ephesus also were tributing to Sardis, as crazy as it sounds. And Miletus was given to someone also? I have no idea. Apparently they were tributing to Sardis since they are supposed to be apparently they were supposed to tribute. Maybe that was the goal. I mean, they are, yeah, Sardis, the Persians are the dominant here, are the rulers. There was 1 conversion from Miletus. Technologies, Sardis had a lot of technologies along with the Persian parts. Survival. But let's check it out another thing. Yeah, very good. Now let's see how it was the map. Oh, I got it. So Artafernes, he was actually defending the city. But at some point he got vanquished. Apparently that was here where it was a battle. So Ephesus was battling with him. Interesting. And there was another possibility here. I could get my troops, muster my troops, and try to fend off the enemy over here. Apparently I got the best route, which was going by here. Yeah, destroying over here was a good idea. Probably the best idea that I could have. So that's what happened here with that Artafernes. And they were battling. Very good. That's very good and very important. So that's the difference over here. Artafernes, which apparently was another Persian general or something, was a guarded city. That was the difference. That's very rich from the scenario. That was very rich and very interesting that they had all these big battles over here. That's from where the kills were gotten. Very good. And GG folks, thanks for watching, and let's follow the series of Farrell games. Thanks so much and see you next time.